Hello everyone. Today we'll talk about fraction. Name a fraction of a whole. Your classwork is page 196, 197. Your homework page 146. Everyone say hi for Mr. Monkey and his little baby. Say hi. Now Mr. Monkey has a little problem. He wants to share this bar of chocolate. Let's Let's say this is a bar. Imagine that this is a bar of chocolate. He wants to share it between him and his little baby. What we will do to share this bar of chocolate? What you will do? What do you think? Yes, we need to cut it. Now I cut it into two parts. Mr. Monkey take the little one and his little baby take the big one. What do you think now? Oh, Mr. Monkey is sad. Why? Why he's sad? Why do you think he's sad? Yes, because he took the small part and his little baby take the big one. What I will do? I know what I will do. I know. Don't be sad, Mr. Monkey. I will change the two parts. You will take the big one and your little baby will take. Oh my God, he is now crying. You see, his little baby is crying because he took the small one. What we will do? Can you help us? Okay, so can you help us? Yes, we can help you. Listen, we need to cut this bar of chocolate between you and your little baby, and both of you should be happy. Oh, you see, this is Cookie. She is also not happy because you give him the little one. So what I will do, don't tell me, fold the paper and cut it, because that's what I did. Okay, and they are not equal parts. So what I should do, you see, even Cookie, she is not happy with this parts because they are not equal. What I should do, what do you think about that, how I should cut it? Did you think? I will tell you. We will put the edge over the edge and the corner over the corner for this paper, and we'll fold it, and now we will cut it. Now what can you see? I have two parts, but they are what? Equal. They have the same size and the same shape. Now I can give it to Mr. Monkey and his little baby, and they will be what? Happy, because they took the same size and the same shape. So let's say goodbye for them. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Monkey. So why I show you this? Because today we're talking about fraction. And fraction, it's mean to take a part of a whole, and that's what we did with Mr. Monkey. We have one whole, the chocolate bar, or if you are sharing a pizza with your friend, and we cut it into parts. It can be two parts, three parts, four parts, okay? But we are sharing one whole. Now, where did you hear the word have to share equally? Where did you hear this word before? Share equally, cut equally, split equally. Where did you hear it? Did you remember? Yes, with division. So let's see how fraction and division, they are the same, and how they are having difference between them. Fraction come from a Latin word. It's mean fractus, to broken. Okay, it's like using the scissor. It represents a part of a whole, so it's from the word fracto. Every time you remember the word fracto, it's mean to cut. Now, what is division? Division is splitting something into parts. Okay, they have the same meaning. What that mean? Listen carefully. If I have two pizza and I want to share with two person, okay, so what I will do, I will divide on two, so each one will take one, right? So this is division. And look for them, each one of them, they take a whole pizza, one whole. But in fraction, look what you are doing, you are splitting something into multiple parts. That means, you see, this is my pizza and it's only one. You see, it's only one whole. I will divide it. How many parts I have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I have 6 parts, so I can divide it into 6 people. You see, look at them, how each one of them take a small part. So that's what fraction mean. It's a part of a whole. Okay, so fraction is a part of a whole. You are taking one whole and you are cutting this whole into many pieces. Now, we said about fraction, it should be what? Equals. What the mean of equal parts? That means they have the same size and the same shape. Look at my shape here. Is it equal? Is it cut equally? No. So it's unequal. Let's see another shape. This one. Is it cut equally? No. You can see I have here small parts and here big part. Is this equally? No. It's remind you with Mr. Monkey when he wasn't happy. So it's unequal. So to cut equals, that means having the same part and the same shape. Okay, let's see these two shapes. You can see here, this is unequal. It's not equal because you have small part here and big part here. So they are not equal. They are not the same. When I say I have a fraction, only when I have equal parts. So I call it a fraction because I have equal parts. And you can see I'm cutting one whole. Okay, how many pieces did I cut? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I cut it into 5 equal pieces. Now, we said about fraction is a part of a whole, like a piece of a whole pizza. You cut it into small parts. It can be also a part of a set. What that mean? That mean if I have a dozen of cupcake, doesn't mean 12. If I have 12 cupcake and I want to share it, okay, with people, on this case, I call this also a fraction because I consider this one whole. Okay, I consider it like one whole. I'm taking away a part, so we call it a part of set. You understand? It's like one whole. How to write my fraction? I use numerator and denominator to write my fraction. Numerator is never under. It will never sit down. It's always up. Numerator is never under. Denominator is always down. It's like the word down. So where I will put my denominator? Down. You have to put this in your mind. When numerator is less than denominator, that means I have one whole. Okay, again, if my numerator is less than denominator, that means I'm talking about one whole. I'm cutting one whole. Now look to this fraction, 3/4. Okay, now how many parts I shade or I color? Look how to read your fraction. You start to count the shaded parts. Starting from here, this is 1, 2, 3, and this one is 4. Now, where is the last number you stop at? 3. So this is That means this is a 3 out of 4. This is one way to read your fraction. 3 out of 4. Or you can call it 3/4. 3/4. Okay? Again, let's try to read this fraction. This is 1 is shade, 2, 3. You can see the last number I stop is what? 3, where I put it down. So what 3 tell you? It's what? It tells you how many parts I cut one whole, but only, again, if my numerator is less than denominator. How many parts I cut one whole. Let's see this one. What did you understand from the 5? That means I cut it into 5 equal parts. Let's count them. 1, 2. You see, I count the shaded one, the colored one first. 3, 4, 5. So what is my numerator? 2. 2 out of 5, or 2/5. The third picture, what is my denominator, is 8. So how many parts I cut one whole? 8 parts. Start from the shaded one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, I finish at 5, 6, 7, 8. My whole is 8. I cut it into 8 equal parts, and the shaded one is finish at number 5. So it's 5/8. Let's see if I have a part of a set. On this one, we made 6 cookies, and 1 peanut butter, and 5 are chocolate chip. Actually, they are not 6, they are 4. Okay, 1 is peanut butter, and 3 are chocolate chip. How would you write the number of the peanut butter cookies? You see, the peanut one having no chocolate, so it's 1. 1 out of how many? 1 out of 4th. Okay, because you have all of them. How many? 4 pieces. Let's try it again. You can see there is a yellow star and 2 stars. What you will do? The same. Count how many is shaded. 1, 2, 3. How to write your fraction? You will start from the one that is shaded. So you will put it up. The numerator is never under. And how many? All of them? 3. So it's, we call this fraction third. They are famous fraction. Okay, this is the famous one. 1/3. Again, 1, 2, 3. My whole is a 3. I will put the one that is shaded. I have another fraction, half. It's to cut equally into 2 parts. 1, 2. You see how many I shade? 1. How many the whole is? 2. This one, 4th or quarter. 4th or quarter. How many I shade? 1, and all of them are 4th. So they are 1/2, 1/3, and 4th or quarter.